are loads of things that are really important for leaders to consider at this time, and I'm not going to be able to answer every one of those things, but for me broadly there are three touch points that have been really important for me in the last week. The first one is about making sure that within an organisation the lines of communication are clear, and that we're constantly communicating with one another about the constantly changing situations and environments that we're working in. Now, that means that for me as a leader, I have to have a presence within the organisation, and I have to think about how I do that differently. But it's also making everyone else in the organisation accountable for doing that. Now, not everybody is great at communication. So I think for leaders and managers, it's about identifying those people who are, and kind of giving them a bit of encouragement and permission to communicate with others within the organisation, just to make sure that everything's tied up. I think also what's really important with this current situation for leaders is to think about well-being. Think about well-being of the staff within your organisation. How are they managing to cope when all of a sudden we're all working in social isolation, and they may have concerns about not being able to use the technology. They may have concerns about their wider, what's going on in the rest of their world, and they may also be concerned about the future of their work. So for me, it's really important as a leader to ensure or to provide some reassurance to people. The third area that's really important for us is collaboration. So we're going to have to completely restructure the way that we deliver our business. So in general, we're now becoming a virtual business, whereas before we used technology to interact face to face with people, we're now that one step removed. So for me, actually, there's opportunity in this to be able to think about how we can support organisations moving forward to do that well. And also it's being able to do the thinking for people, but we need support from other organisations too, to be able to all come together to respond to this crisis in the best way possible, to ensure that businesses remain intact, but also people's well-being is assured.